This kitty was sad when an unusual cat stopped visiting her. Then she witnessed an unbelievable scene at the window. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to m&rtv and hit the bell so you never miss any upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. Departing from your loved one is one of the terrible phases in anyone's life. Sadly, it is not only we humans who face this trauma and anxiety, but there are other living beings who also face this. And these living beings are no other than the cute little mute creatures of God, the pets, our beloved cats and dogs. These animals can perceive emotions much stronger than we as humans could do. And when they witness a fallback in life, they are broken and disturbed to a greater extent than we are. No doubts they are the ones who truly understand the dynamics of a relationship. When this cat screamed, looking at the window, her owner had a still breath. The kitty needed help, or maybe she saw something outside the window pane she had never expected to see. What was it? Emma was disturbed seeing her kitty in pain. She did not understand what was making her this depressed and sad. The poor mute fellow sat near the window pane and continuously looked outside in hope. But just that moment, the kitty lets out a chilling howl that leaves Emma petrified. Emma runs towards the window pane to see if there was any visitor, expected or unexpected, in their house lawn. What she saw next had her baffled. She had never expected to see anything like that there. The sight was completely unbelievable. Even in the wildest nightmare, she had never dreamt of finding something like that. What was the scene? Emma loved her tabby cat Waffle to the core. Her days meant running behind her, cuddling with her, and taking her out for a walk. When Emma was stressed or depressed about life, she would talk her heart out to her little adorable kitty. Just a simple hug from Waffle was enough to make her feel good. But when Emma wasn't able to understand what was bothering Waffle, she was deeply saddened. Waffles was a very homely and domesticated cat. She had never stepped out of the home without her human mama Emma. And then one day when Waffles came up with a different sort of love interest, it was an unexpected thing for Emma. Emma could not understand what Waffle was trying to mean. Rather, what does all of this even mean? One of the traits of the stray cats is that even after you domesticate and pet them, they often share a relationship with their undomesticated family members, their cousins and friends. This might sound strange, but yet it is a fact. They are attracted to the cats of their same breed. They love to meet anyone that has the ability to please them. What was Waffles up to? What did Emma witness on the window pane? Was it in any way related to the assumed-to-be love affair that Waffles had been hiding? Why was Waffles depressed initially? What was cooking over the place that had Emma perplexed? Cats are social beings. They are equally loved and attracted to other creatures just as dogs. They mingle around and form relationships with everyone they are attracted to, and people who assume that cats often have cat fights. Sorry to disappoint you, but they love making friends. Did Waffle also have some relationship? One fine day, Emma was busy with arranging her wardrobe when she heard some strange sounds coming from the first floor. Initially, she thought the sounds are from the neighborhood, but after a few more screams, she realized that the sounds are from none other than Waffle, her beloved cat. She was scared. Emma ran towards the first floor looking for her cat. She was scared to hear her shouting and howling chill voices. What she saw next was an astonishing sight. Her lazy cat, who would sleep anywhere she felt like, was snuggled up to a new friend, a new cat. Emma had never seen this cat in their neighborhood, and witnessing Waffle all cuddled up like this left her surprised. After finding this little bizarre scene of her cat and the other cat, Emma was confused and taken aback. She had never expected that Waffles would develop a bond with any other cat like this. She had always stayed to herself, and her relationship with another cat was something strange and uncomfortable to Emma. But why? Emma recalled that once she tried to adopt a few kittens from a pet house, and once she got them home, Waffle did not appreciate their presence. Waffles always had a cold vibe towards them, and eventually, Emma had to give away the new members. and now finding Waffle with a new cat was a totally unexpected thing for her. However, Emma had not thought of the unfortunate that was about to come. Emma wasn't liking Waffle's attachment to this new cat. She was not at all optimistic about it. Though the two cats were doing just fine together, the one thing that Emma was scared about was the cat fight. There is a reason for the word to be called so. Probably Emma was right, as what came next had Waffle in tears. Emma was concerned about Waffle's emotional health. She was a loving cat who had plenty of love to give, and if she was betrayed or anything, the cat won't be able to handle it. Just the moment Emma had all these thoughts in her mind, she was stunned to realize that Waffle's new friend was not really a cat. Wait, what? The cat that Waffles had been admiring and attracted to wasn't a usual cat. It was quite big in size than usual. Though she appeared to be a stray cat, Emma wasn't really sure of that. However, while she bothered all the way about Waffles, the next morning, what she saw was a haunting scene. Waffles was attracted to her new friend. She constantly stared out from the window looking at her gigantic friend. She would run across from one window pane to another just to have a glimpse of the new friend. And surprisingly, the bigger than usual fluffy cat also followed Waffles. Yet that morning, world came shattering for Waffle. It was particularly chilled that day. Even the forecast anticipated heavy snowfall that day. Waffles was continuously peeping out from the window, waiting for her new friend to show up, but it did not. The cat was getting restless on not finding her friend. Where was she? Emma was also worried not to find Waffle's stranger friend that day. Moreover, seeing Waffles depressed, Emma's concern manifold. All she did was hope that the cat was safe and this freezing cold weather did not harm to her. But Waffle's condition seemed to be of concern now. Days passed by, but that unusual cat did not show up. Winters crossed, and the spring had almost set in. There were no clues about Waffle's friend. Waffles lost her charm. She was always lying near the window. She won't play around or would cuddle with Emma. The poor cat was deeply saddened, as if she had lost everything in life. And then the unimaginable happened. Waffle's sadness was taking over her health. The poor kitty stopped eating. She was losing weight all of a sudden. Emma always scared this sight, and today she would witness her loving cat suffer from a heartbreak. She could not see her cat sobbing and thus decided to take her to the vet. Waffles had slipped into a state of depression. She was going through a tough phase. The vet had to put the distressed cat on mood stabilizer so that she could sleep and rest a bit instead of sobbing all day. But sadly, things did not go as expected. Emma was hoping that her dear cat would return to her, but unfortunately nothing like that happened. The cat still was weeping in the corner and did not eat. All day she peeped from the window where she last saw her dear friend. Emma was now worried as to what she will do if the cat did not return ever. Then what will happen to her Waffle? It was finally that morning when Emma heard her already distressed cat meowing loudly. She was banging hard at the glass window. Emma rushed towards the window pane to see who it was. Waffles was happy. Her dear, lost bobcat friend was back. Emma first had a closer look at Waffles' friend and was amazed to discover that it was a bobcat, a wild one. Her bobcat friend was right outside the window pane and was smiling looking at her. Even the bobcat was happy to greet her friend after ages. But Emma was again taken aback when she saw something hiding behind the bushes. What was it now? Waffle and Emma were totally flabbergasted at the scene they saw. One after the other, 3 tiny bobcats came out from the bushes. Probably the bobcat was apparently that huge in size as it was carrying baby bobcats then. Her sudden disappearance was a cause for the same. The 3 little bobcats were roaming in Emma's house lawn as if it was their territory. They were carefree and were feeling safe, as if it was their home. Probably the mama bobcat told her kittens that this was her friend's place. Emma was waiting for Waffle's reaction. Waffle was over the moon to have her friend back. She again started running near the window pane and letting out loud meows. It was as if someone had injected life to her dead soul. The cat was overjoyed at her lost friend's return. While a majority of the bobcats would cave out 2-3 dens to give birth to their newborns, this bobcat thought that Waffle's place was the best one to raise her family. She felt safe there. Bobcats, like human mothers, are very caring when it comes to the little ones in their pack. They have a special backup crib that takes about 18 square miles. This helps them in moving their newborns from one den to the other. This was the only way they could escape the eyes of the predators. Emma was extremely happy to see that the wild bobcat thought that her place was the safest place to home her newborns, whether it was because of Waffle or her back lawn that the cat gave her babies there. Emma was happy to have them as part of their family. Emma was overwhelmed to see Waffle happy. After months of seeing her in pain, the sight of her running around the house and smiling stole her heart. The return of the bobcat had actually returned Waffle to her mama. Emma couldn't be happier. Emma thought she was glad to see these beings playing in her back lawn, but she was even worried about them being wild beings. She never knew much about bobcats, and before she allowed Waffle to play with them in the garden, she started doing some research about these beings. Emma never became a part of the upbringing of the bobcats. She had no clues how to go about that. She domesticated a pet cat, but a wild one was something she did not wish to mess with. She carefully studied about these beings. However, Waffle was much smarter than Emma had anticipated her to be. The cat never wished to go out and play with them, but was always happy to rub her nose at the window pane and watch these cats moving around in the lawn. Emma and Waffle were both happy with this arrangement. Emma found solace in seeing Waffle happy, whereas Waffle's solace was there with the wildcats. It was quite strange to see how these two different families of cats bonded, but their relationship was a lovable one. They were happy in each other's presence. Waffle and Emma's life came back to normal. Their old happy frolicking days were back. Now they both would see the wildcats' family growing and moving about in their lawn. It was a different thing to witness a human lending a shelter to wild beings, all because of her pet stray cat.